Hello and welcome to day 3 of WEDA. Today we're going to be cooking yummy, healthy strawberry-pistachio salad. I'm getting the recipe from the No Meat Athlete Cookbook by Matt Frazier and Stephanie Romine. It's a really good, awesome recipe book. They have so many good things in here and they're actually really tasty. So, little plug for the book. Anyways, alright, one of the most important things is when you first start, always wash your hands. First thing you should get going is the rice. They call for 2 cups of cooked grains, and I like to use wild rice. It's really good. For that, I'm going to be using my handy dandy rice cooker. Don't know what I'd do without this thing. Next, let's put together the dressing part of it. Alright, we've got orange juice and olive oil, salt and pepper, and it calls for fresh lime juice, but let's be real. You need a pretty big bowl to do this in, and this is the biggest one I got. I know it's not a bowl, but it works. Okay, it calls for 1/4 cup of orange juice. Oops. 2 tablespoons of the lime juice. 1 tablespoon olive oil. Calls for 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. Calls for 1/8 of a teaspoon of black pepper. Should I say things like BAM? No. Although I could pretend I'm mixing a potion. Okay, now set the pot aside because you're not going to need it for a little while. So it calls for 1/2 cup of pistachios, and if you've never used pistachios before, you actually have to shell them yourself. Or they have this new kind where you can buy them that they're pre-shelled, but they're a little more expensive. I kind of eyeball it. It doesn't even have one in it. I feel cheated. Come on. There you go. It helps if you talk to them. Yeah. Mostly I talk to myself while I'm cooking, so now that I have a camera with me, it makes it okay. All done. Next we've got the strawberries. It says that you need to use 2 cups of whole and chopped strawberries, but basically I just use 1 package. Now I already washed these, no worries. So now all we gotta do is just hull them and chop them up. I like to do slices. I think it works better with the salad. Done! Movie magic! This alone probably makes you want to make this salad. My cat has taken my chair. Alright, next it calls for 1/2 small red onion, chopped or sliced. Get ready to cry! Next comes the cannellini beans. I think I'm saying that right. Which, when I started making this salad, I learned are just white kidney beans. So they're not too fancy. So it calls for 1 15-ounce can, drained and rinsed. Next comes one of my favorite ingredients. It only calls for 1/2 an avocado, but I totally do a whole one. Now, if you don't know how to cut an avocado, the way that I found works is that you cut around, then you kind of twist. You've got the pit in one side and no pit in the other. Slice it, and you can slice across too if you want smaller chunks. Now, I'm pretty sure getting the pit out is a skill, and it's a skill that I don't have. So, here we go. Come on. Hey, look at that. Once you get the pit out, just slice the other side. Careful not to slice too deep and then you go through the skin, because then you'll cut yourself. I may or may not know that from experience. Next, let's take the mixed greens and put them into the dressing that we made earlier and stir it up. Try not to spill. Now the next part is the part that I really like. You get to take all the ingredients that you got ready and dump them in. So the pistachios, all those strawberries, the beans. If you're not a fan of beans, maybe don't put the whole can in. It's up to you. And the rice, Stir it all up. Make sure you stir really well. All right, and don't forget the avocado. Stir those in. And lastly, it calls for just a little drizzle of balsamic vinegar. Little drizzle. I never know exactly how much. Stir that again. And voila! You have a yummy, awesome strawberry pistachio, avocado, cannellini, bean, rice, mixed greens salad. All right, I hope you enjoyed making the strawberry pistachio salad with us for day 3 of WEDA. See you tomorrow.